All right, back to me. This one's coming from Am I Overreacting? #relationship. My boyfriend, 22 male, and I, 21 female, have been official for almost 4 weeks. He texted me this after leaving me with his friends shortly after I arrived to a restaurant that they had all planned to meet at. Before I got there, he had already ordered for both of us. Everything seemed fine until about 10 minutes later when I went to the bathroom. When I came back, his friends told me, quote, he had stepped out, but I'm sure they knew what was going on based on their expressions. I waited about 15 minutes before he replied to my text and ended up leaving money to pay for food I didn't even get to eat. This was my 3rd time wearing my hair in its natural state since we've dated, and I didn't know he felt so strongly about this. I went home all without answering him. I was really upset and I told my roommate about it, but she brushed it off and insinuated that I was overreacting. It has been almost 2 days now, and I still don't know what to think. I feel like I'm going insane because everyone around me seems to think it's not that big of a deal, and most of them laughed at the picture. So the text message goes like this. She says, "Where did you go?" He replies back with just a question mark, and the next bubble says, "It makes me upset when I bring you to nice restaurants and you wear your puff instead of taming it down or something nicer. I know it's your natural hair, but I see girls your complexion with their hair done and it makes me wish it was different for us." And then he attaches an image, which the search result for the AI photo generator was beautiful, dark skin, curly hair, cute. And then there's the image of a girl. And he says, "Something like this, maybe when we're going out, would be nice. Don't you think?"
I'm appalled. Oh my God.
Imagine I invite you to a restaurant with our friends there, and then you come in, and then you go to the washroom, and then I just leave. I just disappear because I didn't like that you left your hair the naturally curly state. That's just the way that your hair is, without spending 2 hours straightening it or spending so much time to like put energy into the hair. You just left it natural. And he walks out of the restaurant.
No, I can't imagine that.
That's fucked.
What kind of person does this?
The smallest man that ever lived.
Hell yeah. There you go. Damn. The good news is you've only been dating for 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yep.
That is the silver lining here.
Bam.
Oh my God.
What gets me the most is the roommate says that she was overreacting.
What do you mean? And other people in her life too.
Yeah.
I think you should put this guy on blast. You should be like sending this to everybody.
Right?
I wouldn't even know how to respond to. I wouldn't respond to this, actually. I wouldn't even know how to react.
I wouldn't either. Top comment. Dating is a time of discovery. You've discovered he is a terrible person. He left you while you're in the restroom. You know what he could have done? Let you know he was leaving. He could have simply enjoyed your company instead of focusing on your hairstyle. He could have communicated with you privately. He could have laid down money for the meal before leaving. He could have, but he chose not to. What your friends seem to be overlooking is not that your hairstyle is part of you and is yours to style, but that he thinks he has the right to control how you style it. Yesterday, he doesn't like your hair and wants you to change it, throwing a hissy fit in the process. Tomorrow, it will be your boobs, or lips, or the shape of your chin, or your laugh, or your job, or your friends. Chip, chip, chip away at you until a year from now, you've tied yourself into a pretzel you won't even recognize who you've become. You've just discovered that this jerk simply is not man enough for you.
Damn, that is so well written. It's so true. Like, if at 4 weeks he has the balls to try and control you this way and be like, I don't like your hair that way. Bro, 4 weeks in, you should still be trying to impress her and be on your best behavior. Why are you so comfortable to say this to her?
Exactly. So OP makes a comment that has a little bit of an update in it. What people don't get is that things like this have unfortunately become normalized in the environment where I grew up. I will try to respond after things have calmed down. But as for a small update, my roommate ended up letting him into our apartment for him to talk. What threw me off is that he seemed angry instead of apologetic. I made it clear I didn't want to talk, then left. This whole thing has become a mess, so I'm sorry if I seem ignorant of the supportive messages so far, but they have really helped, so thank you.
Oh my God.
Roommate just let him in? Like, what the fuck?
That's terrifying. Girl, you need to leave.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no further update after that. This post was 3 months ago, so...
Holy shit.
That's insane.
That's disgusting.
That is absolutely disgusting. Even if it wasn't your hair, even if it was anything, doesn't even matter what it is. You said something that he didn't really appreciate, anything like that. He just walked out and left you without telling you. Doesn't matter what the situation is, not to mention just this fucked upness, but anything else where your relationship partner is just going to walk away and ignore you and just leave you out in public with no response. You come back from the washroom and he's gone. Disgusting. Yeah. Doesn't deserve you.
Truly. And you know what? It'll make you feel better to know that he will probably end up dying alone.
I hope so.
If he's doing this 4 weeks in, he will never hold a relationship.
I would hope so.
So that gives you some peace of mind, hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, back to you.
All right.